I think I deserve a secret cutscene. No? The Seeker. Report completion 52%. Enemies defeated 892. I defeated more enemies with Terra, now that I think about it. I defeated like 1,500 enemies with Terra. And with Aqua it took 11 hours and 19 minutes. So if it was like... How was it? It was 9 hours with Terra, 9 hours with Ventus. That makes 18 hours. Plus another 11 is like 29 hours I've been playing this game. It's like an entire day of my life. A day and a half of my life. Create the save data of the final episode. To play, you first need to create the save data. Save complete. To begin the final episode, choose continue at the title screen and load the save data you just created. The final thing that I'm going to do is reading the set of reports that I just got, that I didn't get to read because you unlock them after finishing the game. Trophies. Oh, you have to beat the minigames. Yeah, I forgot. The game stats. Combat 56%, minigames 47%, story 92% because I'm missing the secret episode. And I've been playing a total of 29 hours. I nailed it. I fucking nailed it. And 60% of item collection. Am I missing items? Oh, I might be missing the collectibles of on the combat arena, the Mirage arena. The theater, I'm missing cutscenes, but I think they are from the secret episode. Because with Terra, Aqua and Ventus I have all the cutscenes. And the timeline. This is important because it's a story is split in 3, so having a timeline like this is actually really useful because you know when things happen. They kinda overlap with each other. I'm really glad they did that, because the timeline on this game specifically sometimes get confusing because if you don't play the 3 stories at the same time, it can get confusing because, for example, I haven't played with Terra since since April. So I didn't touch the save file of Terra, I didn't touch it since April. So remembering what I did with Terra was kinda difficult by the time I got to play here. But secret reports it is. Secret reports it is. Oh, it doesn't tell you which ones are the new ones? Do I read everything? Yeah, I read everything. Please accept my deepest gratitude for the invitation to witness your pupil's ascension to the office of True Keyblade Master. It was a heavy mantle our master placed upon your shoulders in naming you successor, but you have nonetheless persevered and raised to master yourselves. I know it cannot have been easy. I did you terrible harm in the past over a petty difference in opinion, and just a few years ago selfishly thrust my own burdens upon you. I think of you like a younger brother, and yet, fool that I am, I have never availed myself of countless opportunities to apologize or thank you for opening your home to the boy. Yet not once have you blamed me. On the contrary, here you are inviting me to such an important ceremony. I intend to be there to offer you all my blessings. Our master chose his pair wisely. Ours is a bizarrely ironic task, to watch over the light from the shadows, but in the face of that, The warmth in your heart and unfailing dedication to the light impress me not to no end. I have taken to wandering the world. Hey, Ernesto, good to see you. How are you doing? Shouldn't you be sleeping? Don't you have to work tomorrow? And seen much darkness hiding in the light. Lately I fear it has taken a turn for the worse. Perhaps GNC has already told you about the unburst. These fledgling emotions derive from negativity, and I can now sense their presence in nearly every world. Oh, you have a day off tomorrow. Nice. I just finished Kingdom Hearts, and I still have one more stream for the secret epilogue, the secret ending of the game, but other than that, the game is done. On the topic of darkness, we must speak of another matter that concerns me, one related to the upcoming ceremony. When I visited several years ago, your pupil Terra drew my attention. His power is immense, to be sure, but within his heart I could see darkness, just waiting to be awakened. I know this is none of my business, but I have reservations about welcoming Terra as a true Cave-Lead Master, without you taking certain precautions. The traditional examination, perhaps, to see if he has the mark of mastery? The choice is yours, and I will humbly respect your decision. Take care. I eagerly await for our long overdue reunion. Yeah, the final episode of Aqua. There is a when you get all the send of reports, you unlock a secret episode for Aqua, and then it's done. But the main story is over. Much time has passed since I left the home of my youth behind, and in my myriad of worlds I have visited since, I have gained much knowledge. On these pages I intend to record a portion of that knowledge, and put the course of my life to paper. Upon reflection, my life underwent the most considerable sea change when I arrived at that place. Yes, it began when I found my master, and another I will later call my brother, when I found a new home. Then there was the Keyblade. For what purpose was I begotten, and by whom? During my training as one of its wielders, the precepts offered a clear answer. The Keyblade existed so that we, who watched over the light, could protect the world from the shadows. But was that the true answer? Could there not be more to it than that? My heart sought knowledge, and so I sometimes visited other worlds, though such travel was forbidden unless duty required, and found what my heart sought. Our master instructed us to don armor while traveling between worlds, so that we might shield ourselves from darkness. But there, in the lanes between, I could feel the force of it, the power, and from then on, I forwent my armor's protection. I had been told the darkness would devour me, but what terrors could it possibly hold, so long as I found the strength to control it? The world is vast, and in the worlds within the greater world uncountable, like little islands, the dot a great ocean between which keeps them ignorant of each other, uncorrupted. Each world has had its own order, and like us, they could not know of the world in its entirety, and we were never to enlighten them. In ancient times, not such buffers kept the larger world divided. There were no walls of light enclosing each smaller world the way they do now. Nothing prevented one from physically interfering with the next. At that time, the world was filled with light, and a great many Keyblade wielders, but without buffers, the world began to squabble over ownership of the light. You see, they learned of the Keyblade's true use. War broke out as each of the Keyblade wielders struggled to lay claim an almighty entity known as Kingdom Hearts. Kingdom Hearts could be described as an aggregate of hearts. Worlds too have hearts, just like people. Each world's heart is concealed from light beyond a hidden door. By gathering all the hearts of all the worlds in a single place, one may complete Kingdom Hearts. And when Kingdom Hearts is complete, imagine! Oh my god, the final collection of Kingdom Hearts is going to be a door with all the worlds behind it, all the game, all the worlds, and it will call just simply Kingdom Hearts. And it will be a closed door with all the fucking games. God damn it, Square Enix. Hire me. And when Kingdom Hearts is complete, it is said that the one who opens its door will bring about the creation of the next world. Such a feat is above any human. Or to put it different way, however, whoever opens that door will be reborn as something far greater than a human. Light and darkness, two sides of the same coin. Without darkness, there is no light. The Keyblade Wielders' great war over the Kingdom Hearts was fought by defenders of the light, servants of darkness, those who sought to reconcile the two, and those motivated by nothing more than lust for power. The whole spectrum of thought was swept into a conflict, and the worlds that did not go to war found the war brought to them. In the end, the whole world was cast into the darkness. That was how the ancient Keyblade War drew to a close. To this day, no one has ever managed to open the door to Kingdom Hearts. Sometime later, the little light that remained in the heart of few gave rise to the world we know today. One made of many worlds behind just as many walls, so that the Keyblade War will not be repeated. At present, the lanes and corridors that run between the worlds may only be traversed by us Keyblade Wielders, and those who have given themselves over to darkness. As the former, our duty is to cross the chasms between the worlds and guard against the latter, whose darkness corrupts and contaminates, so that no world need ever be lost again. Few Keyblade Wielders remain now. I have heard of but a handful of others outside my circle, but the world is vast, and more of our kind may be out there. Now, in addition to the realm of light in which we reside, there is also a realm of darkness, and the realm between which connects the two. The realm of darkness is most forbidden. I am told no one who has set foot there has ever returned. Okay. There are three families of Keyblades: the Keyblades of light we wield, Keyblades of darkness, and Keyblades of heart. The Keyblades and the first and second families differ only in their origin. Keyblades of darkness are found in the realm of darkness, and are counterparts to the Keyblades we use in the realm of light. The third type of key, the Keyblades of Heart, came into existence when the world was reorganized after Keyblade War. Without this key, Kingdom Hearts is forever beyond a person's reach. Only by gathering together 7 hearts of pure light, hearts completely devoid of darkness, may one forge a Keyblade of Heart and open the door to Kingdom Hearts. And as stated before, opening this door arguably gives that person control over all worlds and all people. So, Xehanort is stating here specifically that the Keyblade, the fusion between light and darkness Keyblade, the Keyblade, the Greek letter key, is actually a Keyblade of Heart, but that also means that Kairi's Keyblade is a Keyblade of Heart. It was established that she's wielding a Keyblade of Heart, so it means that Kairi's Keyblade is as strong as a Greek letter key blade. Also, too much reading. The sacred texts! It's funny because Mark Hamill is in the game. I have uncovered the Keyblade's ultimate mystery. You see, besides the 3 families of Keyblades, there is another Keyblade. I will buy Melody of Memory if I have the money to do it. I do need to play that game. There's another Keyblade. While it may sound the same when spoken, it is notated uniquely as Keyblade. And make no mistake, while it resembles a normal Keyblade, it is something altogether different. Okay, here we have the answer to what I was just theorizing before. Keyblades are said to be man-made, counterparts to the Kingdom Hearts. The Keyblade, however, coexists with Kingdom Hearts. It is only forged when 2 hearts of equal power intersect. 1 heart of pure darkness, 1 heart of pure light. At the time of its forging, Kingdom Hearts appears, it must be noted, though, that Kingdom Hearts is special. Unlike the kingdoms brought about forcibly and artificially throughout the collection of hearts, this Kingdom Hearts is a perfect and complete union of all the world's hearts. Oh wait, so he's assuming that there are two types of Kingdom Hearts, an artificial one made by fusing hearts on the same place, and a real fusion of all the world's hearts. Interesting, that would explain why a Kingdom Hearts is blue and some other Kingdom Hearts are yellow. They did explain that back on Birth by Sleep? Are you fucking kidding me? I forgot about this. Surely it was over this that the ancient Keyblade War was fought. If so, the walls that divide the worlds today are of little consequence. With the Keyblade, all their hearts could be instantly reunited and the Keyblade War refought. My brother pupil Eracus thinks only absolutes. I mean, he's a Jedi. What did you expect? He's Mark Hamill. What did you expect him to do? Not to think in absolutes? Well, actually, Luke was more like a... He didn't really hate the darkness. He didn't really hate the dark side. Luke actually used the dark side sometimes. But forgets that light cannot exist without a shadow. Oh, sleep well. I hope you have a great night. I believe in a balance of light and darkness is what sustains our world, but too much of the darkness has been stamped out, disrupting the balance. Someone must tear down this tyranny of light and reorganize the world around the darkness, which then creeps back in. Eracus and I did not see eye to eye. I left and wandered the world. This was perhaps the first time I felt truly free since that day. I departed my boyhood home. But free to do what? I had already shown the mark of become the Keyblade Master, but having been passed over as successor, all that remained to me was the road of the teacher. Ordinarily, the Keyblade Masters take pupils under their wings, malleable minds in which to impress the precepts of the Keyblade wielder and keep our profession alive for generations to come. Was my time drawing to an end then, after all I had accomplished since casting away the place of my birth? Surely waiting for a quiet death would not do, not when there was still so much to do. I needed to see for myself. How was helping? I thought, my body so old. Oh, I feel you, Senor. My body so old also. We Keyblade Masters have a special gift. We can extract a heart, be it our own or that of another. By continuing this cycle, it is possible to remain in the world of the living forever. As a boy, I dreamed of seeing the farthest reaches of the world. If only I went far enough, there had been a world out there in which no one had ever before set a foot. And now I know of just such a world. If I become the first to open Kingdom Hearts door, I can create a next world in which light and darkness exist in perfect equilibrium. So there I stood, with vast knowledge in one gnarled, dying hand, and newfound purpose in the other. The next step was clear. I needed a new vessel. And that was when I met Ventus and made him my pupil. We were destined to meet, and I could sense the potential within him, but the boy was too benign for his own good. I came to the conclusion he was too frail to serve as a vessel, and decided to use him for a second purpose I had in mind. I would remove the darkness from his heart and split him in two. Then I would have my heart of pure light and my heart of pure darkness. So yeah, this Xehanort report states two things. Xehanort says that he was destined to meet Ventus. He was destined to meet Ventus, but not in the sense of what we thought back in the day. On Kingdom Hearts Dark Road, we have seen clearly that Xehanort knows what happens on Union Cross. Ventus comes from Union Cross, so Xehanort knew who was Ventus. from the beginning, so when he met Ventus, he knew who he was and what to do with him. As was to be expected, Ventus lacked the constitution for such an ordeal. I was able to remove the darkness inside him and create Vanitas, a heart of pure darkness, but Ventus drifted into clutches of sleep. Ventus has heart of pure light and Vanitas' heart of pure darkness. If both could be made strong enough to one day clash, I knew the Keyblade would be forged. But Vanitas took too much from Ventus' heart, and from that fracture, I could see the last of Ventus' light slipping away. The boy deserved a place to spend his final moments peacefully, and what should come to mind but my own boyhood home? My legs took me there, unbidden. What is unbidden? I don't remember that word. What is unbidden? Without having been commanded or invited. Oh, unasked, unrequested, unsolicited, unwanted. A nice synonym. I didn't know that word. Well, I probably knew it, but I didn't remember it. Unbidden. And as I stood there on the same beach where I had made my choice so many years ago, I thought, not a single thing has changed here. In this quiet world, time marches in peace. Content that Ventus would find peace here, I started to walk away. But just then the boy held up his Keyblade. The light within him had not died. Ventus and Vanitas were not matched in power. I could not train them together, or Vanitas' darkness would gnaw away that what little Ventus had left. Of course, since I needed a place where the boy's lights might flourish, the answer was obvious: Eracus and his absolutes. Considering how we had parted ways, I expected friction, but if anything, Eracus seemed delighted to see me again. He readily agreed to take care of Ventus. Now I need only to wait for the boy's heart to grow stronger. I had not visited this second home of mine for some time, and discovered Eracus has already found 2 pupils of his own. Within one of them, Terra, I sensed something. The boy, though well-intentioned, seeks power single-mindedly, and that kind of hunger is seedbed for darkness. I had found my vessel. And the final report. Also, hydration. Thank you, Ned. I can feel my voice going away. I've been talking for 5 hours. No, 6 hours apparently. And it hurts. The time has come. I have received the word from Eracus that his pupils are to become true Keyblade masters, Terra and Aqua. They will be easy now to lure into the outside world, but Ventus, I will get nowhere without him. Vanitas can feel some of what Ventus feels, and he says Terra is the key. Ventus has loved Terra like a real brother, ever since he let him keep his old wooden Keyblade. It seems we have found a loose thread on which we can tug to unravel Ventus' heart. The first step is to get Terra alone. Then we need to plant the seeds of doubt in Ventus, let him carry his faint light as he chases his brother into darkness. Let the darkness make his light stronger. Then let the light deepen the darkness, and where the two finally meet is where the Staff of Legends will become real. And this is it. These are all the reports. These are all the Xehanort reports. That was the master plan of Xehanort. As far as we knew, because there is another plan going on that we still don't know about. But yeah, this is it. The only thing that is left to do is to play this, the final episode. But I will do that on the next spring. Spring? On the next stream, sorry. I'm so fucking tired. I've been playing for 6 hours. I really need a break. But yeah, thank you for coming to the stream. Thank you for staying here with me. Thank you for the encouraging words that you have given me throughout the stream. And I hope I will see you tomorrow. Tomorrow will be this next week I will only do one stream per day, and I will take Wednesday off, which means that I will do one stream per day in just one language. Tomorrow will be in Spanish, and we'll be laying off Zelda Breath of the Wild. You can check the schedule. Let me put it in here in case you want to see what I will be playing, but I have to make it as soon as I finish this because it restarts every Monday. So I have to remake the schedule now. But yeah, if you want to see when or what I'm going to be playing, check that link I just posted on the chat, and I will see you on the next stream video or whatever I'm doing. So until then, thanks for being here and see you.